Well, I'm back. No big record setters this week, but it was actually pretty good. Collections ran from about $425 to $800. And as far as the individual volumes, the top 10, including ties, started at like 101 and went all the way up to 300. So no super big rarities, but definitely some valuable books. So hey, let's get going, and we'll start with collections first, as usual. So here we have the most valuable sales on eBay for English language manga from May 6th to May 12th, and we'll start with. I have 5 honorable mentions for collections. Number 1 is Ubel Blatt, volumes 0 through 8, went for $200. That's only like $22 and a bit for every of these 9 books, which is actually a pretty good deal. We're going to see some more Ubelblatt later on. Honorable mention number 2, The Testament of Sister New Devil, volumes 1 through 9, went for $230. That's like $25.56 a book. 7 Seas 2016. Honorable mention number 3, Great Teacher Onizuka, or GTO, volumes 1 through 19, $290, just over $15 per book. Tokyo Pop 2002. The enduring legacy of GTO is really surprising. Like, it's still an incredibly popular series. So, honorable mention number 4, The Prince of Tennis, volumes 1 through 26, from Japan. $345, Viz Media 2004. Now, if anybody knows why English manga from Japan tends to sell for a little more, let me know. Like, this is English language manga, but it's shipped from Japan, and they always seem to go for extra money, and I'm not sure why that is. Anyway, finally, honorable mention number 5, Initial D, volumes 1 through 27, $379.66, Tokyo Pop 2002. Okay, here we go for the official top 5 collections of the week. And this is the first time we've ever had a collection of light novels make the top 5. This is The Empty Box and Zeroth Maria, volumes 1 through 7, the light novels, $425.32. That's about $60.76 a piece. Yen Press 2017. Number 4 is a whole bunch of books, and if I told you it was 90 volumes of the same series, could you guess what it is? One Piece. Box sets 1 through 4, which is 90 volumes. $506.21. That's $5.62 per book, Viz Media 2013. For number 3, last week I wondered, there was like one seller had multiple sets of these collections, and they constantly were selling for $330.30 each. And I mentioned with, Fright Ranker's new exposure or new review of this series, would they increase the value now that this one seller had finally sold off their collections? And so far so good. Number 3 is Higurashi When They Cry, volumes 1 through 27, went for $567. That's like $21 a book, Yen Press, 2008. Number 2 is a box set, and I don't think you should sleep on box sets, especially when it's a valuable series like this one. It's Fruits Basket, the box set, volumes 1 through 23, $621.11. That's $27 per volume, Yen Press, 2016. And finally, number 1, and it should come as no surprise, Trigun Maximum, volumes 1 through 11, $800. That's $72.73 per book, Dark Horse, 2004. Next we get to the singles, and pretty tight range. Like I said, it went from $100 to $300, and I do have 7 honorable mentions. So honorable mention number 1, Resident Evil, The Marhawa Desire, volumes 1 through 3, $180, $60 per book, Viz Media 2014. I've seen these Resident Evils. They generally go around the $60 mark, so they're pretty valuable actually. Honorable mention number 2 is from the mangaka Kazuo Umezu, and I probably said that wrong, but it's the author of The Drifting Classroom. This is one of his, I guess, earlier series. It's called Cat-Eyed Boy, and this is volumes 1 and 2, $125, $62.50 per book, Viz Media 2008. Honorable mention number 3 is a book we've had before. This is Testament of Sister New Devil Storm, Volume 3, $73.50, 7 Seas, 2018. Honorable mention number 4 is a series I actually want to collect, but I can't really because of this particular volume and how freaking expensive it is. It's Magical Girl Apocalypse, Volume 4, $75, 7 Seas, 2015. Honorable mention number 5, we've seen it before. Whenever it sells, it tends to bring in a fair chunk of change. It's Blue Spring, $86.21, Viz Media, 2004. Honorable mention number 6 is a boys' love title I hadn't heard of before. It's Sensitive Pornograph, $99.99, 801 Media, 2007. And the final honorable mention, number 7, again, it's just proving this one is probably one of the most valuable volumes of the original run. It's Trigun, Volume 2, $99.99, Dark Horse, 2004. Okay, let's get into the official top 10. Now, starting in at number 10, Lovecom, or Lovely Complex, Volume 13, went for $101.52, Viz Media, 2009. We have a tie for number 9. The first one is Toriko. Volume 10 went for $104.99, Viz Media, 2012. What it's tied with is actually 2 books. It's a lot, and both of them are reserved for jail. It's Challengers, Volume 1 and 2, went for $210 or $105 a piece. Drama Queen, 2007. Okay, that brings us to number 8, and we see these from time to time. It's One Piece, the Gold Foil Edition, Volume 20, went for $125. Viz Media, 2009. Number 7. It's a fun one. Mega Man NT Warrior, Volume 13, $130. Viz Media, 2008. Now, for number 6, there's actually a 3-way tie. And let me start with the classic of the list. The original manga was published by Monthly Shonen King in 1964. It's by Shotaro Ishinomori. It's Cyborg 009. Volume 10 went for $149.95. Tokyo Pop, 2009. The other 2 titles at number 6, both sold for $150. They're the same series, but the first one is Volume 9. It's Ubel Blatt, Volume 9, Yen Press, 2017. The second title is Ubel Blatt, Volume 10, Yen Press, 2018. Number 5, I literally had to check to make sure I didn't include the same sale, because we literally had this last week, but they are 2 different sales for the exact same price. One happened on May 2nd, and this one happened on May 8th. It's Area, the Masterpiece, Volume 5, $159.99. Tokyo Pop, 2020. Number 4, we've had many times. It's the last volume in the series. It's Vagabond, Volume 37 by Takehiko Inoue, $170. Viz Media, 2015. What's interesting is that at number 3 is also a Takehiko Inoue title, but this time it's Real, Volume 8, went for $180. Viz Media 2010. Number 2 we've had before, and I can definitely foresee this being one of the true collectibles of English language manga. It's King of Wolves, and then it went for $195. Dark Horse, 2005. And finally, at number 1, and if I had to describe this week with one word, it would probably be Trigun. It's Trigun Omnibus. Went for $299.99. Dark Horse, 2013. I'll put up the spreadsheets again, and as you can see, it was interesting for me with the collections that the Empty Box and Zereth Maria was literally a collection of light novels that was able to crack into the top 5. The Higurashi as well, I had a feeling the collections would start to appreciate in value, and Trigun Maximum continues to be incredibly valuable. As far as the singles go, Ubelblatt, the later editions, 9 and 10, still valuable. That Area of the Masterpiece, Volume 5, holy heck, what's going on there? If I had to predict one valuable manga that would still stay valuable in 10 years, I think it would be King of Wolves, just because it probably is so rare and it's associated with Kentaro Miura. And let's face it, Berserk's still going to be something in another 10 years. Anyway, now I get to tell you about what I picked up at Dark Phoenix. They had very little manga. Basically 2 tables worth. The rest was just comics, like crazy amounts of comics. And they did have some art books, which looked pretty cool, but they're a little bit more money. So, as for manga, this was kind of the reason I went there. On their Facebook post, they had like a shot of all the manga in stacks, a few different photos, and I zoomed in and I saw that they had Blood Plus Volume 4. That's actually a fairly valuable light novel. Now the thing is, I already have number 3 as well, so if I could find 1 and 2, hey, I'd just keep the whole set, so read it. I picked up a little Oh My Goddess right here. This is Volume 17. Originally, when I went the first time and bought all those manga, I thought that I would sell some of that Oh My Goddess, which you can kind of see right behind me there. But, you know, I might actually go for the entire collection because I've always loved Fujishima's artwork. Like, it's just, he has some lovely, lovely artwork. And I also like the story. It's a very wholesome story. I picked up this Barefoot Gen just because it's such a classic and so relative. And this one as well is just, I guess, 1555 Goddess, more Oh My Goddess. And finally, this is Volume 7, The Queen of Vengeance. Lovely shot of her there. Yeah, it was nice. So I've definitely got some reading ahead of me. That's for sure. Anyways, thanks for watching. We'll see you again next week. I'm trying to do basically one sort of opinion video, or not opinion, but just kind of topics I want to discuss about, combined with the another one for the top 10 video. So we'll see if we can keep that balance going. Anyways, talk to everybody later. Thanks again for all your views and comments. Love them. And we'll see you again next week.